Your secure VPN traffic is probably already sitting in someone's archive, waiting for a future quantum computer to crack it, while your app still shows a happy green checkmark. In this video, I'm going to unpack what quantum VPNs are, how they differ from normal VPNs, and when this whole quantum thing actually matters to you. We'll talk about the silent Harvest-Now-Decrypt-Later threat, why quantum VPNs are nothing like quantum key distribution, and the one question that tells you if you should even care about all this. Welcome back, nerds. I'm Addie Lamar. I've spent 15 years in cybersecurity, and I break down cyber threats before they blindside you. Let's get into it. What a quantum VPN actually is. Here's the twist that nobody tells you. A quantum VPN looks exactly like a normal VPN. It doesn't have the sci-fi glowing boxes, quantum chips humming in a lab, nor a secret fiber line only the government uses. Let's clear something up immediately. You're not getting quantum computers processing your data, quantum networks routing your traffic, photons firing down some magical cable, or really any new hardware at all. Your laptop stays your laptop, phone stays your phone, and your sad little ISP router stays exactly as cursed as it is right now. So if the gear stays boring, where does the quantum actually live? What you are getting is painfully normal. That's standard CPUs running, standard operating systems, normal internet, routing through normal ISPs, and regular VPN tunnels using regular protocols. It's pretty much the exact same infrastructure you already use. The only thing that changes is the assumption behind the math. Normal VPNs quietly assume that attackers are stuck with today's computers. Quantum VPNs assume that the ceiling shatters and someone eventually gets hardware that turns today's impossible problems into routine batch jobs. So the word quantum describes the attacker your VPN plans for, not necessarily the network itself. And once you see it that way, a much sharper question lands. If all the drama lives in the cryptography, where exactly does a normal VPN start the timer on your secrecy? How normal VPNs work, and where the timer starts. Here's the uncomfortable part. Your VPN makes a one-time, irreversible security decision every time you connect. Once that session's gone, you never get a do-over. Here's the basic mechanics. Every VPN, fancy or budget, runs the same way. First, it authenticates both endpoints. Is this really you? Is this really the server? Then it establishes a shared secret key. And last, it encrypts all your traffic inside that tunnel. Simple story on the surface, but under that, there's a split most people never even see. The cryptography split. Your VPN uses two kinds of crypto. First, there's asymmetric for the initial key exchange, which is expensive, math-heavy, and used briefly. Next, there's the symmetric for the bulk data. And this is all fast, lightweight, and used constantly. The fragile part lives in that first step. Asymmetric crypto depends on problems that are brutal for normal computers to solve. Give an attacker a strong enough quantum machine, and those impossible problems turn into solved puzzles. Once that key exchange fails, it doesn't matter how strong your symmetric cipher is. The attacker just reads everything like plain text. So where does that leave the traffic that's already flown across the wire? The time asymmetry problem. Here's the scary part. VPNs only protect data in transit. Once your encrypted traffic leaves your device, you never get to upgrade it later. You can't reach back in time and wrap it in stronger math. An attacker can archive it and wait until breaking it is cheap. Saving data costs almost nothing, and they have all of the time in the world. So the real question isn't, is my VPN safe right now? The real question is, who plans for the attacker that's quietly recording everything today to decrypt it years from now? And what kind of VPN is built for that person? The actual problem quantum VPNs address. Here's the twist most people miss. The attack already started the moment someone hit record. Picture an adversary sitting on a backbone link. They don't have to try doing scans or exploits, but instead, they just copy everything that moves. That could be VPN tunnels, HTTPS, secure messages, years of your life frozen as encrypted blobs on their storage. They're not in a hurry because their plan doesn't depend on today's computers at all. That strategy has a name, Harvest-Now-Decrypt-Later. Step 1. Capture as much encrypted traffic as possible from as many people as possible. Step 2. Wait until the math that protects it finally breaks, because quantum hardware matures or old algorithms get retired and downgraded. Storage is cheap, patience is free, and crypto ages. So who gets burned by that? It's anyone whose secrets have a long lifespan. So that's research, intellectual property, clinical trials, defense work, sensitive legal or financial conversations, dissidents or journalists, crossing hostile networks. If your traffic still matters in 10 to 20 years, a future decryption event is careers, cases, and sometimes safety at risk. And "we'll upgrade later" doesn't rescue anything you're sending now. You can rotate keys on databases and disks, and you can migrate systems. But you cannot fly into the past and re-encrypt packets that are already crossing the internet. Once they've left, they're chained forever to the crypto of that day. Quantum VPNs are built for that exact nightmare, an attacker recording you now and decrypting you later. Their whole job is to keep that archived traffic useless. So if that's a problem, how do you actually design a VPN that assumes interception is guaranteed and future decryption attempts are a given? How quantum VPNs actually work. So here's the fun part. A quantum VPN looks kind of boring on the surface. It looks like any other VPN client. The change lives one layer down, in the assumptions wired into the cryptography. The starting mindset is brutally simple. Your encrypted traffic will be captured, the network is hostile, and attackers can store everything for as long as they like. So the design flips. Key exchange switches to post-quantum algorithms, the ones meant to resist known quantum attack. A lot of real deployments run in hybrid mode, which is classical cryptography plus post-quantum in the same handshake, so breaking one isn't enough. Forward secrecy stops a single key leak from exposing your history, and the system rekeys more aggressively, so any one key protects less of your life. But everything around that math stays almost disappointingly and unglamorously normal. It's the same tunnel structure, routing, same transport protocols, laptops, phones, and VPSs you already use. The real difference is psychological. A standard VPN worries about people reading your traffic today, while a quantum VPN worries about people decrypting it years from now. So you have to stop measuring safety in sessions. Of course, post-quantum algorithms are newer and heavier, which is why hybrid mode exists as a hedge. If either side holds, the tunnel survives. And that sets up the next question we have to tackle. If we're already talking about quantum safe, why not skip software entirely and go straight to full-blown quantum key distribution? Why quantum VPNs aren't technically quantum key distribution. Here's something that might scramble people's brains. Quantum in quantum VPN does not mean you're getting quantum key distribution. Quantum key distribution, or QKD, lives way lower in the tech stack. It uses actual quantum states and photons so that if someone touches the key exchange, the act of measuring flips the state and exposes them. It's like physics screaming, "someone was here." It's cool as hell, but also horrible to deploy. QKD needs special hardware at both ends, dedicated fibers, super controlled environments, and it still hits distance limits before you start needing quantum repeaters. So you're not slapping that on your home router. Instead, it would get wired into a data center under a city and under strict budgets and politics. That's why you mainly see QKD in places like military networks, intelligence agencies, critical infrastructure, and very high-value financial links, environments where people will absolutely spend millions to shave risk off of a single cable. Quantum VPNs live in a completely different world. They're software. They run on normal CPUs over the same messy internet you already use. They change the fiber instead of the math. QKD chases information theoretic security at the physical layer. Quantum VPNs chase post-quantum computational security at the protocol layer. QKD is real, powerful, and absurdly expensive for almost everyone watching this video. Most organizations need durability they can actually deploy. So if quantum VPNs are the practical side of this story, when do they actually earn a spot in your threat model, instead of just being some sort of weird marketing ploy? When quantum VPNs are worth considering. Let's be crystal clear here. Most people are not living the life where they actually need quantum resilient funnels. You should start caring when these three things line up. First, your encrypted traffic is likely being captured. Second, the data has to stay secret for decades. And third, the stakes for exposure are real. So think advanced research labs, biotech, deep tech startups sitting on crown jewel IP, high-risk journalism in hostile countries, and regulators breathing down your neck with the 20-year confidentiality rule. In those worlds, saying someone recorded our VPN traffic 10 years ago and just decrypted it is one of the most uncomfortable board meetings you will ever experience. Now flip it. If you're main problems are phishing emails, malware, drive-by browser exploits, or people clicking cursed PDFs. If your data loses value in a year or two, if you never cross networks run by people who actively hate you, then a quantum VPN is not your biggest missing piece. You need hardened endpoints, better authentication in operations, long before you need post-quantum tunnels. Here's the test I want you to actually ask yourself. If someone recorded all your encrypted traffic today, would it still matter in 20 years? If yes, a quantum VPN are a serious option. If no, a solid standard VPN plus good security hygiene already carries most of the weight, but make sure you aren't falling for any of the normie VPN misconceptions. And even if you do need one, it won't ever save you from a hacked laptop, stolen credentials, or an insider quietly dumping data. Quantum VPNs solve one problem: long-term confidentiality when we assume today's crypto standards will eventually break. So the real question for you isn't, how do I keep up with quantum hype? The better question is, am I actually facing a quantum problem, or do I still need to fix the basics happening on the device in my hands? If you enjoyed learning all about quantum VPNs, you'll love learning about quantum proofing your career. I'll see you in that video next.